Party time! Party time! I gotta the stuff.
Are you streaming now?
Oh, of course I'm streaming now, bud. Look at the mascot over there running a boot. Yeah.
Hey man, Pearson.
Okay, I gotta
I better get off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, get off the Wi-Fi's. We gotta get everything set up. We're running a little behind. Oh, there's some blinding light for you guys. This one's mine.
You can buy. You use 2K Clear? Yeah. Where it's the two-part.
We're talking about paint right now. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that can is no good after 12 hours.
No good after 12 hours, guys.
And it comes out as a professional paint.
Sorry for all the shakiness, guys. I'm setting up the phone charger here. Just gotta get closer. All right, guys.
All right, buddy. Come on.
Oh, there's my face. Hello. Oh, look at that. We went down already, probably because I plugged my phone charger in. All right, let me slip the camera over here. Look at these. Look at these. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. We gotta get this this here thing has got to go like up here. All right, guys. All right, we're getting ready to roll out here. Pints and Pistons, episode unknown.
13, I believe.
Episode 13. Brian's the only one that actually keeps count.
13 episodes into this shit.
Something like that. We're getting everything set up right now, guys. Let's see how this looks here. We're gonna try this real quick. Little slipper to do. We need to be way close. We need to get on the rug.
Okay, well,
All right, kids, hold on. We're gonna put the phone down here. No. We're rolling. Welcome, guys, to Pints and Pistons, the ultimate shit show on YouTube.
Hey, we said it was live.
We did. There we are. This should probably. There it is. All right, guys. Everybody take your places.
Dibs on the comfy chair.
Company.
Comfy.
Comforting.
And about this time.
It looks pretty good. Where am I going? Where am I sitting? What am I doing?
Chair. Getting another chair that's not god awful uncomfortable.
Oh, mucho gracias. Slide that one on down.
You're extra big.
I get the sports chair.
Yeah.
Now, are we all lined up?
We're all lined up. I think, yeah. Oh, what is this? What is this going on with the camera?
Get your shit together. Come on, all your shit. You know, and then do something with it if you got to. Like, you know, put it in a backpack.
I may need assistance here.
What you need?
I don't know, something to
Do you have a
put
microfiber towel?
Towel.
that.
Oh, you're expecting him to move?
So, guys, welcome to Pints and Pistons, and then
Sorry,
you're gonna
guys,
go
for-
look at you're floating now, everyone.
Episode 13 is the
Episode
ultimate
13 is
shit.
going to be filmed like a Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, but it's like a hotel.
Now,
So you know
basically-
if you're on floor 14, you know you're on 13.
Basically, now if the camera slips, it's going off the toolbox. That'll make for a fun episode. Well, guys, welcome if you haven't been here before. We are Pints and Pistons, obviously by the shirts. Pints and Pistons.
All four
We
of us.
did it. We got all four of us in the
We
shirt.
didn't even plan it.
No, we didn't. It's pretty amazing,
I mean, I've
actually.
seen us every time we plan it. One of us never wears this.
Yeah, so anyway, if you're new here, welcome to Pints and Pistons. We are live. We are the one and only live, unscripted, unfiltered, unedited, uncensored
That is not a podcast.
car enthusiast talk show that happens to also review tasty beer. So if you like cars or you like beer or you like both, plug us on. And don't forget that if you like these shirts, aptly,
Yes.
Pints and Pistons, they are for sale on clutchshiftgo.com. It is in the description right below you there. They have our shirts there, and they're at a reasonable price, fantastic quality. I think when we really put these to the test is when I went to the half-mile shootout, and it was screaming hot. These things breathe amazing. They're actually really good
Yeah,
quality.
I've got T-shirts are like the bane of my existence, and actually finding a decent one's hard. These are decent. I like
Let's
them.
say I think they're Hanes. Or
Yeah, and again, if you guys haven't been here, I'm Daniel,
Brian.
Chris,
Mike.
and we're Pints and Pistons. We drive cars and drink. Not at the same time. Never. Drink responsible, everyone. Anyway, we picked 3 topics ish.
We did.
Maybe.
it's a surprise for you.
We have crazy lives, so like I don't even remember any of the stuff for tonight. And we're interactive too. We're monitoring the stream, so if you guys have anything to say, it doesn't matter, comment it down there.
You want to call me short? You want to call him crippled?
Yeah, and we'll reply, and we'll probably be a fucking prick to you because that's what we are.
Yeah.
And even after the stream's done, this gets posted up to our page. We'll still talk to you guys. And can we hit 100 fucking subscribers, please?
Let's go for it.
We're at 60.
Yeah,
We're at
we just
60.
need
We need 100
40 more.
subscribers.
40.
Yeah, we need 40 more. And we have over 200 or 300 something like likes and follows on our Facebook page, which the link to that is also in the description.
It's one of those. You don't like just subscribe. You don't even have to get the. Don't even click the
No,
bell. If you
just
don't want
hit
to
the
like
sub button.
see our stuff constantly, just hit the sub. Don't hit the bell.
Yeah,
and
and
you don't have to deal with it.
definitely follow us on Facebook because a lot of our memes and
Yeah.
shenanigans are on Facebook anyway.
But it's
More than
also
Their shenanigans.
it's one of
Yeah.
those where we hit 100. You know what that means?
We're doing a giveaway, bud.
Giveaway.
We're giving away something
We don't know what.
of some kind of value to somebody. But
At least a 2-cent value.
yeah, Pints and Pistons. There's a welding helmet and a piston. That's us.
That actually works. I scared it to light with it and it went dark.
That's good.
Yes.
Auto
My
hit?
welding helmet. I spent good money on a welding helmet because I bought a cheap ass welder. I spent $70 on a welder,
But
and then
$120
realized I
on
needed a helmet, so I spent $100 on a helmet because I like my eyesight and I don't want to go blind.
Nah. So.
You have chosen wisely.
I have.
Yes. I suppose we should dive right into the thick of what's the topics.
A beer.
A
Wanna
beer.
start with a beer?
We need a
Yeah.
beer.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just our.
Keep them busy while I
Yeah,
get
this
us
is
beers.
just mine and Dan's. We just needed a beer before the
Yeah,
show starts. Hey Dan, what do you call it?
Henniger.
Yeah, really good.
Henniger Premium Lager beer.
Basically, it's a German version of a Budweiser.
Yeah, it's not
It's
bad
nothing
actually.
fancy,
It's actually
nothing
pretty
special,
good.
but it's a good normal lager.
Yeah, definitely. And we've had definitely have a beer week. It's been pretty rough for us.
Yeah.
And for anybody who follows us on Facebook, I'm sorry about the lack of content.
Well,
for
I've
us,
been trying. I've been trying
and
to.
I have been too, but for us personally, all of us, we've had a really rough time. And I'm glad that we're back.
I was gonna say Sabrina's been up and working out and that, so I've been dealing with stuff at the house by myself, and then by the time also down people at work to where
Thank you,
I'm
sir.
running a school by myself. So it's.
All right.
All right, guys.
First
Tonight's
beer.
first beer.
Bring us into it.
Oh, is this the one that Brian picked out?
Yeah, this is the one I picked out. I
Brick-
saw this one and figured I'd give it a shot. J-Dubs Brewing Company in Sarasota. This is their J-Dubs Passion Wheat. Passion fruit and mango wheat ale.
Oh, this is awesome. I hate fruit beers.
Well, no.
This should be good.
If this is like one of the other, what was that one that we had before? I forgot the name of it, but
Yeah, I
it was
forgot
a
the name,
mango
but-
wheat one that we had.
Oh,
Somewhere.
yeah, that was good.
was really good.
No, it was at the beer fest that we were at.
It wasn't very fruity. It was a good wheat beer with just kind of a hint.
So it's not going to be like, what's that one that I fucking hate, Stiel or Stietzel or
Oh
something?
yeah. Well, that's
Wow.
more of
There you
a
go.
bubbly.
It's got a
It's
good
a
color
light
to
beer.
it.
It's very clear.
Now,
Oh shit. I'm
foamed up ahead, not foamed up ahead. It looks like it's going away fairly
No,
quick.
I poured it the same way you did too, so. Chris, the health insurance people are calling you. Buy your fucking health insurance.
Dude, we've been trying to reach you about your car's. You know
It's in
what?
the warranty.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Have you renewed it yet?
This is your last chance.
Anywho,
This is your last opportunity to cover those unexpected repairs.
fucking cheers, boys! Mike.
Wow, he could reach.
Dig right in.
You can smell the fruit. Like you can smell the mango in this.
Oh yeah, that's something I'm not drinking again.
Definitely taste it.
I just don't think fruit.
I like it.
I'm not offended by it at all.
I'm not terrible by it. It doesn't take the happiest out of my mouth, but it's just me personally.
On
I'm
a
not a
hot
fruit beer guy.
Summer night, while you're listening to. It's pretty good.
No, I like this a lot.
It's not bad. It really isn't.
The mango's subtle enough, and they didn't do what a lot of these companies do, where they make it like really sweet.
Yeah.
I think this is one Sabrina might actually.
Okay.
I dig this.
Second taste.
Continue the conversation for a second.
Second
I'm gonna
taste.
get a non-beer person's thought on this. Hold on.
Second taste. Yeah, actually, you know what?
Sabrina.
It's actually not bad. It's not overpowering the fruit at all. You're right.
Right. It's not overpowering. It's not overly sweet. It's a good, and it's a damn good beer.
It's actually.
I like it.
We're about to get a review of somebody who absolutely hates beer. If she likes this, that means it sucks.
Hey, guess what, homie? You're coming out here to try some beer on camera, bud.
You need to
Or
come
she
try
can,
this.
she can remain off frame if she wishes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Try that.
It's actually not bad.
I could drink that.
There
What
we
is
go.
This? It is a passion fruit
Well,
mango beer.
There's our vote. She can
Did
drink
anybody
that.
read off the description?
No, I didn't. I
All
just
right.
sort of read
I
across
could
the
drink
bottom.
that. I dig it.
Marry a high quality wheat ale with flavors of passion fruit and mango, and this beer is what you'll get. No matter the occasion, this beer won't disappoint. At J-Dubs, our passion is beer. Enjoy our passion as you enjoy yours. Cheers.
I really like the can, the artwork on that. That is actually pretty.
I
That
would-
would look really cool on the side of a '77 Dodge van.
One of you two?
Oh, that's totally Shag Van.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
One of you two, could you spruce us on Facebook with our stream real quick? Post it up on our Facebook page?
That would not be me.
No, yeah, we haven't done that in a while too.
You can share it on there.
Yeah, share it on Facebook.
We had somebody else in there with us, but now it's
No, they dipped out when they saw passion fruit and dudes drinking beer with passion. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's
dive into our first topic. This one is a good one, and it just kind of spurred the moment thing. I think I was taking a poop, and I was like, hey.
It just popped out.
Yeah, it just popped out.
Hey-o!
The best daily driver.
Oh, don't give me. No. I still haven't picked mine. To
Hey,
be honest.
I'm technologically retarded. How do I? Oh wait, I got it. I know how it is.
Anyway, so best daily driver. Dan, you go first.
I don't know, man.
Okay, well,
I like.
do you
Well,
need a minute to think about it?
no. Well, the problem is all I could think of when you dial into that kind of topic, though. It's like it's
Yeah.
really skewed because to me, I think of every car I've ever driven as a daily, and honestly, in my opinion, my 2010 Mazda Speed 3 is my favorite daily driver because it gives me the most miles per gallon, and it's versatile. It can do what I need it to do, and it's a blast.
Mhm.
And to me, that is my ideal and my favorite daily driver. But like I said, I mean, the topic can be kind of skewed for certain people, but for anybody, I think, who has dailied one of those cars with luck, of course, I should say, I think that's honestly one of the best dailies. Like, seriously, it's a car that if you need it to, you can get good gas mileage out of. You can load up a ton of stuff in it.
Mhm.
And if you don't need to, you can haul the kids in it, and they'll never be late for soccer practice.
Well, I mean, it's the same. I do.
Exactly, it's the same exact thing.
But the way I went, or Chris, do you want to go, or?
Go ahead.
The way I went was I basically rounded off to the most practical in every category. Wasn't, the best in every category, but fully checked off boxes in pretty much everything.
So you picked a Dacia Sandero.
There's no Dacia Sandero
No.
in the United States. We can't have those.
But this car, it just, as soon as it popped up in our text messages, best daily driver, that's why instantly I wrote back, I got it. Because I was actually looking at one on Craigslist when y'all sent me this. AMC Eagle.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Four-wheel drive wagon version.
It is a wagon.
Oh, the wagon? Okay.
A wagon.
The first ever
Fits.
crossover.
6+ because,
Wagon.
bench seat,
No, it wasn't.
giant back, because wagon, lay down the back seats, more square footage than a New York studio apartment. lifted from
Yeah.
the factory,
4-wheel drive.
4-wheel drive, straight 6, could be available in brown with a wood exterior too.
Which was just as
That's actually
Exactly.
70s as
that,
you
that-
could
but
get.
that's actually
And
it's
then-
hyper practical.
And then
It really
also, a roof rack that's an actual metal roof rack. You get everything. You get 4-wheel all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
You get a straight 6 that is dependable as all hell, to where you get power, decent power torque, and also gas mileage, but still.
But still.
You're able to fit, 6 people plus,
Well-
able to haul so much stuff. Brown,
It's pretty
wagon, there you go.
And-
Just put it a manual or a diesel and you got your
Oh,
outlet port.
yeah.
Yeah.
And for anybody who watches this in the future, what's your preference for best daily driver? I
Yeah.
want to know.
Yeah, let us
We
know.
all want to know.
All right,
But-
so far we are 2 for 2 on wagons, and I'm glad because this is about to make it 3.
Yeah, buddy.
My ideal daily, like
CTSV wagon.
no,
Oh
man!
man, CTSV 6-speed wagon.
When I
Yes.
thought about the problem with that
practical
car,
for me.
Oh.
there's a box that gets unchecked when you select a CTSV wagon. Expense to own.
Oh yeah, that's
To
fair.
buy it and to maintain it, it's a Cadillac. It's going to cost a fortune.
That's fair.
Yeah, I know it's an LS motor, but
Still.
the rest of the
$800. car.
do you know what a headlight assembly for one of those cars costs?
$800.
$800-900.
Oh, we
This
just
is, you're actually you're the other side of the coin for the argument of the car that I've got in mind.
So
we
mine,
should
I
balance
hope
that.
I'm not stealing yours
No,
too.
I don't hope not.
The '90s Buick Roadmaster.
yeah.
I'm stealing
Yeah, you got a
Chevy
350.
The Chevy Caprice wagons,
Yes.
the Buick Roadmasters, 350 Vortec, 3-speed automatic, rear-wheel drive.
9
You get
passengers.
9
Yes.
passengers plus,
only thing
you know,
that was-
400
Yes.
The
cubic
only thing
Yes.
that was missing from those cars was the Vista Cruiser skylights.
Yes. Which I'm
I'm
sure
sure
actually your Roadmasters, I believe you could get the little.
There was probably a conversion company that did.
Because I've
Yeah.
seen a couple of those before on the road where they had like the little step up with the.
Because
little
if
window
it was available to me in the sense of if you could ever find one that wasn't completely destroyed at this
Right.
point, the old Vista Cruiser,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the Cutlass and
Yeah.
the Skylark Vista
Yeah.
Cruiser wagons,
Yeah.
I would kill to have one of those.
on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like I would have one of those. I would restore it and daily drive.
You can fit 6
Abso-fucking-lutely.
people in the front seat alone.
There is just something to me about that American sedan, wagonified sedan. That's cool. That's
That demonic.
and
But on top of it,
crossover kill.
it's cool. They can be made fast. They're cheap to own. They're cheap to maintain. Yeah, they're not cheap on gas because they actually use gas while they're sitting in your driveway parked with the engine off.
Well, yeah. That's
The
gonna leave
gas
you
gauge
carbureted.
is slowly going down. But the only thing they don't do is they don't go off road because
No.
you're never getting
But still,
any
like,
heavy off roading.
for
Because now you're kind of also getting to the car that I've chosen.
But there's just nothing better than that. And on top of that, I mean, it's a 350. You can tow with those.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you need a
You could-
utility
you-
vehicle, you can hook
And-
a camper up to those
and you're
things.
kind of along the same lines as I am as a full body on frame vehicle.
right.
Well, and like actually, if you really want to like seriously sit and think about it too, like for all three of us, what we've said so far along the wagon lines, if we kind of tie in each era we're talking about into it, the whole world, actually, for the most practical and best dailies, has been wagons.
Oh yeah.
And now we're 3 for
And
we're
people
3 for
always
4
go,
on wagons.
Why the hell do you like wagons? Because wagons do everything.
Well,
Exactly.
Well, now here's where we're 3 for 4 on wagons, and what do you got?
You're going to remain 3 for 4 on wagons.
Oh.
Because it's a rental
I was
car.
hoping we could speak.
Okay, so we want practical. It has a big trunk. It can hold 6 people. There's millions of damn things out there.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Parts are readily available and ridiculously cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Crown Vic.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
a platform Crown Vic.
$1,500.
Why did they never make that into a wagon?
Like Huey Lewis said back in the 80s, it's hip to be square.
Why did they? Well, they made the LTD wagon, but they
Yeah.
never made the newer Crown Vic into a wagon. What the fuck, Ford?
Well,
You had an opportunity there that you missed.
like the thing is like if you wanted one that was fun but still practical, you got a Marauder.
Right.
Yeah.
If you want to get into it, like that's actually the ultimate daily.
But
Oh, yeah, no,
that actually is the
at that
ultimate
point,
daily.
You are throwing a lot, kind of like with the CTSV, you're throwing a lot of maintaining because those
Well,
Hold on,
motors-
deja vu.
Well,
Didn't
those-
we talk about this already?
Well, those
Yeah.
spark cam engines actually, as long as you keep the fluids
We
changed in
did.
them, they're actually pretty reliable. I mean, I had one in my Mark 8.
Shit, did we already talk about this,
No,
guys?
not best daily, but referring to the Crown Vic is like one of those ones. It was one of our
Oh,
like,
yeah,
first episodes.
yeah.
It's one of those things. You could have it as daily. You could have it as a utility vehicle.
Yeah,
you
drag
could weld
car,
it.
drift
You could,
car,
Yeah,
drift
that
car.
was-
Yes,
that was
yes,
We
yes.
talked
Oh,
about the Crown Vic.
so the
being
Crown
first
Vic-
car in the
I
world.
did see a YouTube video of a Panther platform Crown Vic climbing up a giant ass like the Jeeps and stuff.
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
a hard
yeah.
time with this
Well-
thing went right up it.
Well,
I've
shit.
also
So,
seen one with a T5 swap.
well, the Crown Vic is obviously the ultimate car.
It really is.
In
pretty
general,
much
it's the ultimate car.
We just blew every Miata person's mind.
This is the one time Miata is
It's
not the answer.
I think we're all gonna sell our cars and get Crown Vics.
No,
I mean,
no, I'm
obviously.
not. I'm not going to do that, but. And I'll tell you
not
what,
doing
it'll
that
fit in my
now.
garage.
I'm sure I probably brought this up when we talked about the Panther chassis before. My parents had a Lincoln Town Car, which is the same chassis basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a slouch from a stoplight. But once it gets up to 50,
Oh, yeah,
that
it's
thing's
all
great.
right.
It's
It's
a rocket. Dude, you just start pouring on throttle and it just starts moving down the road more.
Yeah.
And guess what? If you want to be doing that, pulling your boat, you still can.
Right.
And pulling your boat with your Crown Vic.
And that's what I loved about
I've
that
seen
town
people
car
do that.
was, dude.
Welcome to Citrus County.
89
One of our
miles
coworkers
an hour.
does it.
It's so heavy. It's just floating down the road at 100 miles an hour.
Well, like,
They
like,
were
look,
great.
look at our aptly named anonymous coworker, who has his Grand Marquis.
Right.
How much shit does he do with that?
Right.
He tows his boat with it all the time. He does everything you.
He said he's gotten in and out of the boat ramps when trucks with 4-wheel drive were struggling to get their boats out.
And
he
he's
just
in
rips
and out
down,
and done
rips right
with
back
the
out.
boat. And like, it doesn't matter if we're talking John boat or a big ass fucking boat. And he loads that car down and he beats the shit out of that car. And it still performs and does everything he needs it to, along with being economical
Hell.
and cheap to fix.
Look at
So I was
the
right.
giant.
You were right.
Look at the giant one-wheel peel that's in front of my house. That was from a Grand Marquis, and you know what? That mark is still just as dark and deep as any of the other marks in the road.
So
That-
judging by tread depth, it's the ultimate daily.
yeah,
A Crown Vic is the ultimate daily.
It kind of is.
all hail the
We-
goddamn
we
Crown.
all-
hail the Crown
We
Vic.
all failed. Brian won.
Yeah.
Although I still say, I mean, mine's on enough of the same
Yeah, yours.
vein.
Honestly, if Ford had built a Crown Vic wagon, that would be it.
Yeah.
Right.
Could you imagine a Crown Vic on like an Expedition chassis, 4-wheel drive?
It's been done.
But like I'm just saying, as a stock vehicle.
Oh no, God.
Yeah, no, that just reminded me.
Actually,
That
with-
guy that was up at Cars and Coffee that had,
Yeah, with the lifted one.
yeah, he had his lifted
It was
Crown Vic.
two-wheel
He
drive,
had
but it was lifted.
On 33s?
Yeah, 30
Yes!
on black, and he takes it.
I
through-
dig it.
Whoa, okay.
He takes it through the forest.
Yeah.
and that he traded
We-
his Jeep for it, and it actually
We
goes
jumped
better
up to
than
5.
The
Whoa.
old square body
Hey, everybody.
Crown Vic that
Hello,
was built
guys.
as a pre-runner.
Well,
Yes!
if you
That
guys
thing
are
was a
new
bad
here,
motherfucker.
welcome to Pints and Pistons, where we ramble about cars and we review beer. So we're talking about cars and car stuff, and we want you guys to tell us what you want us to talk about.
We're watching. Say
We,
something.
we've all had a very, very interesting past week personally, so we need more topics to talk about. 'cause
Most
we
of my
have-
week was boring. It was just the last 24 hours was interesting. but-
Yeah, so basically, if you like beer and you like cars, and I'm not saying if you like cars, you like one, we like everything. We all appreciate everything and love every kind of car. We all have a very eclectic
Except for
collection.
Except for stance, I'll totally shit on stance.
Fuck stance, bro.
Respect all bills, and you see that S13 coupe that can't even go over the little.
You
The
couldn't-
If you want
They got-
to play
they
a
got
game
nine
of don't
people
get me
jumping up.
fucking started, it's stance cars. Okay, so guess what? Some of them
we
look pretty.
lost somebody. Probably
Oh,
stance
see, I'm
car.
probably fucking stance car guy. So listen, some of the stance cars look pretty in pictures, and I'll give them that.
But when you got 335, like when you got 12-inch wide wheels in the
The
back,
trailer tires. On them.
and that much, is
Stretch-
on the thing.
Stretch Wallace too.
Okay, like not throwing any names out there or anything, but somebody on my Facebook has got a super stance car. And he drove out like all the way to a show that was about like 80, 90 miles away. And he posted on Facebook like, "Oh man, I hate breaking beads on a ride." And I'm like, breaking beads? Like his tires are stretched to the point if he hits the right spot on the road, the bead will just separate because it's stretched out to the point of its limit. Why would you do that? Why
See,
would
that's
you do
that's
that?
not stretched. That's just unsafe.
That is
That's
unsafe.
one of those where yes,
And we
it
jumped up
might-
to 6.
It might look pretty parked in the parking lot, but you gotta like okay, like I'm all for doing stupid mods to your car and doing like all this stuff, but at that point
you
that
still have
is
to be able to use it as a car.
yes, but that also factors in safety.
Oh,
Not just for you, but other people on the road. Because if that happens, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden now your car is, all of a sudden you're doing 60 and the speed bops and you're boop, boop, boop,
Oh,
and
yeah,
you
you're
take
done.
out somebody else.
And like stupid mods, like look, I took my HKS SSQ V4 and I ran it full vent atmosphere and I aimed the blow off valve to like right out the front grill so everyone can hear me ignorantly blow off. But guess what? I'm not
Wait a
pop-
minute. Hearing you ignorantly blow off, isn't that part of the show?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But guess what? When I'm on I-75, I'm not popping a bead doing 80 miles an hour and pulling
Right.
over.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like what
and
the?
hoping that at that point you don't mess up your wheel. And
That you,
be-
because like you know, it's a stance car, and you decided to buy real wheels, so you got BBS fucking mesh wheels that cost $1,500, and guess what? You fucked one.
yeah.
Like,
Now you
I
have
just like to
$400
see,
plus a
I
wheel
just like to
plus
see
a
what
tow.
our hub bearings look like.
Oh my god! How can a bearing stand to the point of that? Like I can't.
Well, there's another channel on YouTube, and I'm trying to think the speed guys, Speed Society or something like that.
No, Stance Society.
No, Speed Society. The guys that he rents exotic cars.
Oh,
I can't think of the name of
is
his
that
channel.
Supercar Suspect? Supercar something. Isn't
Might
it?
be. That might
Super
be.
Speeder Rob.
Super Speeder Rob.
Super
yes.
Speeder Rob, yeah.
Super Speeder Rob bought a Stance Miata for $3,000 just so he could do a video on it to put it up on a lift and point out what damage it did to the car. And he literally looked it over and went, "I want everyone to understand, I won't be driving this car. Unfortunately, it's junk. It's legitimately,
Well,
it's destroyed.
think about it.
All the underside stuff was scraped off
oh.
to the point where he couldn't work on it.
And
he went,
axles.
This is junk.
When you're taking
I'm gonna park the car.
when you're taking a CV axle, and the whole point of a constant velocity axle with the tri-pillow bearing mount that they use is for flex. When you take that and you max it out to its maximum flex and leave it at that for fuck how long, that's it'll mess everything up and wear it all out. It's not meant to be like that all the time.
Right.
It's meant to flex up and down, not to be pegged all the time.
Right.
And these guys are like, "Oh yeah, bro, look at me, I'm scraping on leaves." I'm like,
Well,
you don't
when
realize
you-
the damage you're doing.
When you look at a car when it's sitting, if you've got a 4-post lift and you've got a car sitting on its weight on its axles,
Yeah.
the axle is almost in line, almost perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
They put a little bit of kink in them intentionally just to make sure they're moving a little bit as you drive it. But it's almost perfectly in line. Same with CV joints on a drive shaft. There's
Right.
a specific angle they're supposed to sit at.
Right.
When you change that, you change how much that moves per time. You can't understand the kind of heat and wear that you're putting on that CV joint as you're driving if you're maxed out like this.
Yeah.
It's not safe.
No, it's not
That
at all.
situation down in Tampa, what was it, a year or two ago, with the Volkswagen that crashed into a minivan and killed.
Oh,
I missed
it
that
to do with it was the Stance Jetta, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
stanced out Jetta, and the news actually said what happened was the car broke. He was street racing, but the car broke, and I saw pictures of it. It was a stanced Jetta, like max out stanced. It was stanced. Something broke in the front suspension while he was drag racing, and it caused an accident that killed a couple of people. It killed him and his girlfriend, and it killed the woman in the van that he hit.
And now
I
you
believe
got-
it killed a couple of kids.
And now
in
you
the van, too.
know you got me on that note. When you take a car and you do anything performance related, don't fucking stance it.
Well, that's not performance related.
No. Like people will take let's say, okay, we'll take my car.
They'll do a full build on a car and then stance it.
I've seen people with 500 plus wheel horsepower Mazda Speed 3s that will stance them. What are you doing? You're making the road. Fuck you. No, fuck you, because you're the ignorant driver. You've made the road unsafe for everyone around you.
Right.
Oh, you did
So-
hooks with 235s up front? Okay, we'll do 275, like 275s.
Yeah,
but
so-
only 110 of
Well,
it is on the
here's the
on
deal.
ground.
When you're
Yeah, but you'll have
when you're
That much of it's touching.
when you're some ignorant little punk and you're stanced out, I don't care, Golf R. We'll go with a Volkswagen Golf R. And you break something, and in that break, you peg my wife and my kids, and you kill them. I kill you. And it's because you decided to do something dumb with your car because you thought it looked cool at the time. Alright? I'm an enthusiast. I appreciate everything. I love everything. I have a really good mix of cars.
We're up to 7.
And my good
No
mix
one's
of
talking
cars,
so.
I will never stance any of my cars. Now, like my truck, I want to slam my truck on its nuts, but I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize any of that
the
with
best
it.
part of that though, airbags.
Airbags are different.
Right.
Because it's one of those.
Then you
Airbags
can
are
park-
different.
then
Airbags
you
are
can-
different.
You can park
Look at
hard.
that, and then you go, look, I'm actually going to drive my car. No ride height. I'm comfortable.
Airbags are for people that want to park hard and drive
Even,
hard.
And
even
have common
hydraulics,
sense.
even hydraulics,
Yeah.
the same exact principle. We dropped the 5. I piss and bag people.
I've
off.
actually,
I'm sorry,
I've actually seen a
guys.
hybrid system that was recently developed that's both hydro and.
Oh,
air.
it uses the hydro torsion bars with the bag springs.
Yeah, it uses the hydro to actually change the ride height.
Yeah,
and it uses the
the-
air springs
Yeah.
to actually suspend it.
Yeah, for dampening. I know
Speaking
you
of
talk, I saw
hydraulics, my
that.
brain just did a completely hard break in that.
Pump the
when we're at,
fucking
when we're
brakes,
at the
bud.
show on Saturday, that old Chevy van that went by,
Yeah.
full on old shaggin'
Whoa.
wagon.
Nice.
A
Whoa,
full shaggin' wagon.
Whoa, what year was it?
It had to have been 76 to 78.
Ooh, my
Had
heart.
it.
Ooh, my people.
And it,
My
it
people.
looked nice, and he's pulling up, and all of a sudden, and it wasn't bags, it was straight hydraulics.
Nice.
Because you watched the arms go,
Wink.
and then it did the bounce, and then he let it out, and it did.
I think I might put hydraulics on my truck.
It
for
was
fun.
straight.
Yeah,
For fun.
And,
Yeah, like
and
I
the
said-
looks of the
Yeah,
guy's
bang
face,
that.
he was like, sit. He was like,
Oh,
yes, because I wanted to, and I got told I
I gotta pee. I gotta pee.
My picture didn't go through when I sent it to you. I'm
couldn't.
sure.
But yeah, no, it was fucking cool. So, yeah, when you come out, bring another beers.
What?
When you come out, bring another beer.
Yeah, there's another
Hey!
Yeah,
another J Dubs.
yeah, it's about second year
There's
time.
another J Dubs in there.
Okay, so the 4 are the other two. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that came through or not.
No, but
Yeah, look at that.
that's what I wanted
Yeah,
to
I
do.
yeah, you said I got that one.
That's what I wanted to
I mean,
do.
it's sitting on its bumper. That's like that's
That thing's
low.
But the
That
thing,
thing's squashed against nuts on the
but
thing.
at the same time, Offenhauser everything.
So all the Offenhauser stuff I've found is for carbureting.
Fuck it, switch it over to dual levers.
No, it's fuel injected. It's fine.
ITVs. Duh.
Fuck. Now I have to put ITBs on it. Son of a bitch.
You're welcome.
Ugh. God damn it. No, we're not doing that. The truck is staying stock. I'm sorry, it's staying
ITVs
stock.
are best mod. Changed my mind.
It's staying stock. Besides, if I did anything
There we
to
go.
it, it'd get twin turbos.
Hey, look, we got comments. You guys suck. Go
Seems
kill yourself
DeLorean
in
and
a
Back to the
fountain.
Future. Hold my beer. Are you live now? Yes, we are.
We should be.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
we're up. We're up and running.
Who's asking if we're live?
Tammy was asking if we are live.
And Cracker Jack Grease Monkey says, sees DeLorean Back to the Future, hold my beer. Apparently for the Daily Driver thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got another beer coming out.
See, the problem with trying to drive the DeLorean is that it would have to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why they chose 88 miles an hour for that movie, right?
That's as fast as it would go.
Ever.
I was gonna say
That was the top speed for that car.
Ever.
Oh no, it's so funny. All the old cars we were talking about having the 85 mile an hour speed.
My
limiter.
Fox body had the
Yeah.
85 mile an hour
Mine has
speedometer.
85 mile per hour speed with the 55 orange.
When
Yeah.
you look down and you see that, you're like,
Challenge accepted.
And my first Fox, I never even got it to 80.
Really?
Going down to Big Hill and everything. Windows up, tailwind behind me. 5 o'clock in the morning on a cool night, or cool morning. Floored, just going, come on. I hit
Were you
75.
actually?
Yes, I hit
Let me see.
75, and I was going down that big hill, and that was it. That's all.
Hell,
she
my
had.
Aerostar did 90.
Okay, so inadvertently, by just this is totally random.
Because we don't tell each other what beers we're getting in front of you.
No, we got multiple J Dubs tonight. Here is our second for the evening, everyone.
Beer too.
No, it's just these two.
So for anybody who's new and watching, we don't just talk about cars, we review beers too. And these are beers that are new to us. We literally like Russian roulette it.
I was gonna say I'm reading
J-Dubs.
this one.
It's another one. It's a light brew.
Apparently, is a gold medal
Cool
2016 U.S. Open Beer Champion.
Brewed and packaged
Ooh.
by J-Dubs Brewing Company, Sarasota, Florida, and under special agreement with Lakeland, Florida.
This one does not have a description on it.
Oh,
like that
oh,
one does.
No, it does not have a description.
But check out that color.
Yeah, it's
Looks-
got a nice color.
It does have a nice color. Oh man, smell that. That smells like I'm sitting next to a pool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's got the chlorine
It
smell
does,
going
it's got-
on. Got
Wait,
that
hold
nice
on,
chlorinated pool smell.
Hold on, should we drink this?
Is this pool water?
It does, it smells kind of like pool
So
water.
is it yellow because it's beer or is it yellow because it's
It's
piston pool water?
So it's pretty much when I have a natty light floating around in Jason Williams' pool and I fall asleep and my beer goes under the water. and I pick it
Basically.
up, I'm like, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, let's give it a shot, boys. Cheers.
Oh god, it does smell like a pool.
Oh,
Go to it, buddies.
yep. Pitter patter.
God, it does.
I don't know how I feel.
Hey. No.
What's going
there's
on
that
there?
orange there.
Yeah,
like,
that was
what's going
the
on?
initial hit was an orange.
It's got something else going on behind it, too, but I can't figure out what it is.
Yeah, what's happening there?
SPF 45.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Banana boat.
Banana mode. You know, it's like you just had a beer and licked your lips after you put the sunscreen on.
Yeah, like there's a little bit of a sunscreen finish there.
I'm not sure.
Guys, I'm not even joking. Seriously, like I'm getting a SPF 45. But
It's not bad though.
I'm getting cold.
It's very smooth. Extremely smooth.
It is smooth.
it's good.
Like there's no harshness to this at all. No bitter.
Yeah, I'm just kind of
It's strong, but it's not overpowering.
trying to kind of really place everything that's going on here.
Regurgitation of it.
It's definitely got some carbonation going on, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a poolside type beer. It's only 5%. So
Well, the other one's only 4.2.
Yeah, this one's pretty low, too.
really,
Yeah, 4.2.
I'm trying to wrap my head around it. It's like really interesting.
I dig it.
I think it too.
It's a very burpy beer.
Yeah, lots
Yeah.
of carbonation going on.
So
Yeah.
There we go.
I feel
That's,
like I'm
the,
in.
that's the one I was waiting for.
I feel like I'm in Willy Wonka and we just drank the champagne that
Yeah.
we're shooting up and now we're floating up. We're like, Grandpa Charlie, bird!
I don't know what Kolsch is, but
Yeah.
it definitely it's
That's
very
what
much
it-
like a pilsner.
it does taste like a pilsner.
Well,
Yeah.
fire up the Google and see if you can find a definition for
Kolsch.
Kolsch.
Kolsch. Wait, is that an O with two magical little dots above it?
Yeah, it is.
That'd be cool.
So, hey,
Kolsch.
speaking of, what's our next topic? We got like 6 people watching us that are just like.
Now we're down.
No, we're down to 4. We
All right,
pissed-
so
we
a
pissed some
Kolsch
people off.
is a style of beer first brewed in Cologne, Germany.
It's actually Mike Lowe's with us.
Oh, is it Michael?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is a warm brewed beer. It's fermented with ale yeast in a warm situation, and then it's conditioned at cold temperatures like a lager. So it's a hybridized brewing process.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
pretty nuts is my nutsack when I'm at work and then when I take my pants off and the AC hits it.
I think it's a room temperature beer is what it should be.
I
Like,
can't-
I feel like I should wait until it warms up a little bit before I drink it again.
I've had beers that are like that.
Yeah.
Where it's one of those, like, I've had it cold and I'm like ice cold and it's like, eh. And then, like, sat by the pool for a little bit, took a sip and be like, oh, that's actually a little bit better.
That's like Koenig Pilsner is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one that you want to have when it's warm.
Yeah. All right.
But,
so
Here we go.
Wait.
Josh Sturdivant says, Martin House Daybreak. It's a breakfast beer made in Texas. Great stuff, but we can't get it here.
I
Really?
like.
What the fuck, Josh?
Really?
Come on,
You
man.
just you had me at breakfast beer because
I was
that's my
about to
favorite.
say.
Yeah.
I
had
love
shit
breakfast. I
breakfast
love beer, and nothing more than
Really?
cooking eggs and cracking open a beer at 8 o'clock in the morning is the best part of my week.
Listen, Josh.
And
Josh, when the day comes that we get YouTube famous and shit, we'll fly out to Texas and have that beer for you. But like right now, that's
that's not gonna happen.
no.
If you could
that-
share and
that-
like and subscribe, it would help us get to that point.
That would be the whenever we just decide to hop on our private plane and go to the Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix Formula One race and stop off and have some beer.
Yeah,
Well, at that
of course.
point, that's when we hop into our 1977 Winnebago, and hopefully we can make it up the street.
How dare you think I have a Winnebago? I have a Chevrolet conversion van. Thank you.
Was it a Sherrod or a Mark III?
It's a
Down
Mark
by the
III,
river.
for fuck's sake.
With
Down by the river.
Down by the river.
the AC bungee cord to the back.
Got some plywood, make a stand just nailed into the frame.
God, now we're talking about every single Chevy conversion van in our
Ever.
town.
Pretty much.
I passed 4 of those on the way home from work today.
What's our next topic?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, it's something to do with there was cars and music stuff happening.
Oh,
And that brings us into with like music. We do cars and beer and music. Like, what's happening with music?
well,
What's
no.
going
Well,
on?
my thing was because like I sent to y'all this week. I think it was on the 12th. Was it the 40th, 45th, 35th?
Yeah, but anyway, earlier this week
It
it
was
was
the
a
moving- it
day
was-
in history when Rush's Moving Pictures album
Yeah.
was released.
And for those of you that aren't fans of them or just don't know your shit, that was the album.
Mike says road trip.
Yeah, that was the album that had Red Barchetta on it, and that song is an amazing song with a wonderful story behind it. If you listen to that song, it is nothing but a car guy's dream. Like as a kid, pulling back the cover and
Kind of a car guy's nightmare, really.
well, it's dream nightmare. Like it's just
It's
one of
what we
those-
envision the apocalypse
Yeah,
to be.
yeah. But it's one of those songs that isn't just like about driving. It's like a full-on story, and
Yeah.
it's awesome. So I that made me bring up like, what are either songs about cars, songs about driving, or just songs that make you want to drive?
By the way, I was going to tell you the other day when I picked the truck up from
Mhm.
your house. So when I was driving home, I had the radio on and it was on 96.7.
Yeah, 96.7 Fox, and
Well,
that's
wait,
the only station that comes in on that.
And
Wait. Dial back 2 seconds, because YouTube doesn't know. Yeah, okay. This was on our Facebook, it wasn't on our YouTube. And I don't know who's connected with what. YouTube. Chris bought Mike's old F-150. We posted it on our Facebook, and if you don't follow us there, you didn't fucking see it, obviously. But
It was a sad, happy
So,
day. Sad,
yeah.
happy day because that's been in Sabrina's family for 18 years.
so I've been listening to a lot of Rush recently because the last few times we've hung out, we talked a lot about Rush. They introduced me to Red Barchetta and Nice Morning Drive.
Yes, and me and Brian are
And
huge Rush fans.
So I'm driving this truck home from his house that I've just purchased from him. And what comes on the radio? Rush.
Mhm.
And I'm in the truck and I'm like, this is one of those little
Which
seri-
one, Tom Sawyer
was
or
it Tom
YYZ?
Sawyer? I was gonna say it was a Tom Sawyer.
Or YYZ?
I can't remember now.
Because
I don't
the
remember.
Fox actually plays YYZ a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes
I-
them
it
happy.
probably
I-
was
I-
YYZ.
happy.
I could
It was
see
probably
Chris though in
YYZ.
that 90s F-150 just going, today's Tom Sawyer, just sitting at the
Oh
light.
yeah, definitely.
I was gonna say the radio actually sounds pretty good.
But oh yeah, it does. But no, and I was like, this is one of those little serendipity moments where it's just the universe. There's planets aligning and everything's just happening. And I think that's why we wanted to talk about the whole music and cars thing is
Mhm.
how interweaved and interconnected car culture and music culture and car people and music is.
Exactly, and it's one of those like when I'm driving the '86, and Brian knows of this. When I'm in there,
It's
I
all 80s
play.
music.
Like, I make sure
It's
none
all
of my
80s
modern music plays.
It's all 80s music.
I actually have now I do have a newer head unit in there, which I want to get rid of and put back in a stock cassette player to play all my hundreds of cassettes that I
Yep.
have.
That one's got some.
And but it's one of those. I have a playlist that is just basically
80s
mid
music.
'70s to '89.
So
That is my time frame that plays on there, and it plays nothing but that. So it's like I get in
It's
my
like you're there.
mindset. I'm normally in a '80s band
But-
T-shirt and my Converse, just that. And
basically,
I just-
what you're saying though is that cars and music come together.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon.
Best driving song. Go.
Highway Star.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
I gotta go with High True too, but typo negative cover.
Oh. And Chris?
Foghat. Slow Ride.
Oh my god.
No, that's the best song to have sex to.
No,
That too.
no,
Because
Slow
it
Ride's
starts
the
off
best song
slow,
for stance. No, it's the best song for stance kids.
Do not insult Foghat.
Yeah.
Get out.
Get the
Go.
fuck out of
Go.
here.
Go.
Take him a beer.
So the three of us will carry on the
Yeah.
show from now on.
Basically, correlations of car and music boils down to the same thing that almost everything in life boils down to. Try to impress chicks.
Now, also, I gotta throw in this.
Okay,
This
you
is
come
another
back now.
great driving song, and this is one that when I had my first Mustang, my first '86 coupe, it was one of those where I constantly played this song, and it worked with the car. 1981. Billy Idol's "Dancing with Myself." That nice beat, poppy kind of deal. Then you get a 35-second bass solo that's killer. Puts a smile on your face every single time. I always find myself going as fast as that little four-cylinder with 85 horsepower, well 88 horsepower stock, which only had probably
So,
20 at that point.
Slow Ride.
Yeah.
Radar Love.
Yeah, Radar Love is good.
Paranoid.
At that point, I would never say die. It's got a good, more upbeat.
And so people don't think that I am the James May of this group. I'm not the old guy. Anything Mudvayne. Anything Mudvayne, pretty much you can put any Mudvayne song on, and it's the perfect driving music because
Shit,
just
I topped this off.
fuck it. Bury the throttle.
I topped this off.
Kavinsky, Night Call.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I topped this off. Pantera. Anything Pantera comes on. Mouth of War comes on. I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm done. I'm done.
Walk.
Well, see, that's just too cliche. It's one of those like, but yeah, no, it's the same way.
Well, see,
Yeah,
now I gotta come back into
That's
this.
a big difference in Drive Angry though.
Or hell, Slayer. Slayer comes on. Either get out of my way or I'm pulling over to the side of the road and you're gonna see me kicking the mailbox.
Well, that's like you guys are going kind of towards like aggressive driving. Like for me, for driving music, it's something that I want to relax to and just desensitize to.
Yeah, but I'm also down for throwing some retro wave on too.
That, I was
So I
gonna
was
say
about to
that.
bring up the next thing.
Either retrowave or straight Eurobeat. Like Eurobeat
Eurobeat-
comes on,
Eurobeat-
especially at night. Boom! I'm like, this little old lady in her Buick Century better get out of my way because I'm about to fall on like Night Star her. Not in a sexual manner. Anyway, Dan. Come on, Squirrely Dan. Let's go. Pitter patter.
That's gonna happen. No, and oh
You run
god.
them off for a fog egg comment. It's not the same.
No.
Chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water.
We're not talking about Limp Bizkit, right? You need to calm down, buddy. When it comes to driving, for me, it's like I said, desensitizing and just kind of like going to relax. It's either y'all are gonna pick on me. It's either Beethoven or Pink Floyd.
And
To be honest, like
Pink Floyd,
Hey,
no.
or
Class-
even like some classic Hendrix, like
no, classical music is That was the beginning of heavy metal, right there.
And that and
Yeah,
for me,
you put on Wagner and you listen to that shit,
and for me, like when
and
I'm
you realize he puts 20 extra tubas in there just so he gets that deeper feel because no one can.
well,
feel
and
it
see
and
the problem.
everything.
The problem is for me is like when I get really into it, and like I just want to like kind of just it's almost like for us, it's like a disconnect from the world. You know, it's
Yeah.
like we're connected to the car.
Yeah, but do you feel more aggressive when you listen to Chopin?
No, like I don't
I mean,
like
'cause this stuff does tend to make people feel a little bitchy.
But but like when I'm driving for like the driving aspect of it, I don't like listening to aggressive things. I like being connected with the car and connected with how I feel and everything, and that's like how.
Actually, if I'm doing driving just for the sake of driving, like if I'm doing something in Mexico, or if I'm at the track, or if I'm doing something
Oh,
where
it's
I'm,
no music.
yeah, it's
Radio.
just-
Oh yeah.
Well, it's engine sounds all day,
Yeah.
but like I'm just saying, like it's like Pink Floyd or like Hendrix, like like The Wind Cries Mary or something like that, like Voodoo Child or something
Oh,
wrong.
Voodoo Child.
Yeah, something along the lines of that, or like
Stevie Ray Vaughan cover of Voodoo Child.
Oh yeah. No, at that point, straight up, just put on Stevie Ray Vaughan, and it's.
oh, dude, Stevie Ray Vaughan's
Yeah.
the live version of that's another subject.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
get going on that.
It's just one of those you put on Stevie Ray Vaughan, and you're.
Oh, it's
your
blissful.
shit mood goes,
It's blissful.
I'm happy.
It's blissful.
I
You
am-
can have
Who
your.
hurt you, Stevie? Who hurt you?
Blues Travelers.
Yes.
Canadian Rose
Oh,
or
yes.
The Mountain Wins Again.
Mhm.
Yes. Or even some John Denver.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
flowing into it, like it's just like so blissful when
Johnny
you
Cash.
when you approach that feeling of when you're driving and you can. It's almost like you can close your eyes and still do everything perfectly and be perfectly connected.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a second ago, when you brought up the whole classical music thing, I'd never thought about it. Next time I autocross, guess what's going on the radio?
Fly the Bumblebee.
I was gonna say fly
No,
the
not Fly
fucking
the
bumblebee,
No,
bro.
Fly the Bumblebee. Just add some classical music, some Beethoven or something.
Oh,
like that.
no, Moonlight Sonata. Moonlight
Ooh,
Sonata.
that'd be a good one.
Like listening to Moonlight Sonata with the cross of how it can be balanced to insane doing autocross, that would be perfect for autocross.
Hollow Mountain King.
Oh,
Throw
yes.
some sabotage down.
Now, at that point, you start it when you're in line, moving up. Then as soon as it gets going,
Oh,
you're
definitely.
on the autocross, and it ends, and it's
Oh, yes.
You can do the same thing with sex too. That's a great sex song.
And I have to tell one quick story.
Well,
I have to tell one quick story real fast.
Go.
Because we're talking about the cars and music and everything, and there was this one moment I had, not in my car, it was on my motorcycle. But I used to have a motorcycle with a full radio fairing and everything, and I used
Monstrous
to
bad motorcycle.
blast music on this thing. And I had my own USB stick with all my favorite songs on it, and
Rock Candy.
the song "With Teeth" by 9 Inch Nails
Yeah.
Oh.
comes on, right? And I am at a stoplight at 486 where I turn into where my parents live at, and I'm sitting at this stoplight and I hear you know how that song kind of builds up a little bit and then it all of a sudden hits just as the light had turned green and I revved up and let the clutch out to start going. Is when that song hit. It was that perfect timing where it's
Yeah.
you keep it as
yeah.
and it was perfect, and I was like, yes, that just happened, and that was the greatest fucking moment of my life right now.
Close it out.
I was gonna say, what time do we got?
Well, no, we still got time. It's only.
Yeah, we still got 7 minutes to go.
Anything ministry. You throw on.
Jesus built my hot rod.
Oh,
You throw-
Jesus built my
yes.
fucking hot rod.
Yes, now that is a
Yes!
great fucking
You
song
throw
right there.
on any 90s industrial metal. Early Rammstein, well, fuck, just Rammstein. Ministry, just all that. 9 Inch Nails. Oops, sorry, W.'s coming back. That is. That's just.
Early 90s Sisters of Mercy.
Yeah, it's
But-
just, it's
Like,
one. That is just
like,
one of those. Where,
Vision thing.
it's just one of those where you can do aggressive driving to it. You can do laid back driving to it. You just can drive to
Yeah.
it. Like that's, and it has that mechanical sound to it with like
Yeah.
the clanks and all that of it.
It kind of relates to the car.
That yeah, I was gonna say the industrial metal is car music. That
Oh,
right
yeah.
there, that is car music. It makes same sounds as a machine does.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go.
But to close it, I think we're ready.
Well, it's cold and we're drinking beer.
Yep. I think we're about ready for it.
Where we go? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. We didn't even talk about our one last topic.
We had a third topic?
Yeah, Brian did a dyno!
Oh my god!
And there's videos.
There's videos on
I
our
posted them
YouTube
up on-
page.
Yep, already got the video up.
Mike posted up a video of both of our cars on the Pints, on our channel, Pints and Pistons, and I've done individual videos of 4 of our cars that were there on my own channel.
Yeah,
Mine
us
had been-
and a couple of our friends, we also went up too. So on
But
his channel,
what-
he's got.
I've got all 4 of us
Yeah,
on our
he's
channel.
got
But what
all
you were
of
talking
those.
about with the whole Mustang versus Focus thing, come on. It's a 2-liter with boost, and I've got an unnecessarily complicated.
trying to get views, okay?
Okay, and
You gotta do
hold on. Sorry to intervene, but really? Is that what you do, bud? Come on, bud.
This fucker
Come on,
beat
bud.
me in a drag race, so I sold my car. I'm trying to get views, man.
Couldn't you do better, bud?
Trust me.
Hey, bud, saw the horsepower, saw the turbo came in. Is
The horsepower coming tomorrow, bud? Where the
Hey.
fuck's it coming, bud?
I will say this.
Hope you
that
got a
was
tracking
about-
number.
That was about 10 off of what I wanted it to be, but you also got to factor in turbo car, pressure, all that shit.
On a Dyno Jet Dyno.
Hope you got a tracking number for that horsepower.
Yeah, what are you
bud.
fucking doing there, bud? How's you 0 to 60, bud? You
I
doing
will
pretty
say
good.
this in all fairness. Now,
Hey,
one-
12%, okay? Due to math, it is 285 and 340, it was 342 at the crank.
On what scale? What scale? What are you going off of right now?
Front wheel drive, 12% between crank and wheels.
I'd hope so. Was that a real drive only heavy on?
he did have to.
You should be at 300 wheel horsepower all day. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt with that. Because your car does not
I
possess...
thought I did pretty good.
You-
Fuck
you
you,
did.
man. I'm gonna kick you in the nuts now.
No, you're good. No, but my thing is, like, your car possesses the correct factors to make that power.
I'm just gonna sit back and just let these 2 go.
No,
Yeah.
well, see, like, I've been around this shit. I've been around this shit for a while.
What's that mean? Let them fight.
Right.
I tuned my own fucking car and shit, and, like, when I saw those numbers,
So you know Honda, right?
I'm a fucking expert now, alright, bud?
Okay.
I've been doing it for 2 minutes. I'm an expert.
Alright.
I feel like you got gypped on that fucking dyno though, like legit, bro.
Well,
like,
one eye about came off the fucking dyno, so.
Yeah, there was a moment where poo came out.
Yeah, but
As I'm signing the fucking paper.
but still,
Like you're signing the paper and you hear a noise.
no, like
And I'm
I
like,
feel no, I feel like you got gypped on that because like for what you have done and everything, and for your tuned and all that, like you definitely should be higher than
I
that.
do want to go again to a different dyno, and
Just don't hit a Mustang dyno, or you will
well,
cry.
I know
You'll
Mustang.
cry.
Well, yeah, no, I understand that. Everybody understands
Mustang
that. You go to
dyno's
a Mustang
ruined
dyno.
dreams since 19.
Yeah, between a dyno jet and a Mustang dyno, it's one of
You
those
know
you understand there's going to be about a 20 to 30 horsepower difference.
You know what you really need to do, and this is like completely unrelated to our bullshit. You need to do data logs
Mhm.
and send them to me and let me look at them.
I don't know fucking how to do that.
That's what
In
you
all
need.
fairness, I will say this. When I went to the track, my best was a 1477 at like 92 miles an hour.
Mhm.
And I haven't actually weighed my car, but what I found from a few car sites was that my car, as it sits, is like 3360. So with me in the car, it's a touch over 3500. And when I ran all that through Wallace Drag Race Calculator for ET, mile an hour, car weight, and all that stuff, it all come back showing somewhere 207 to 212, depending on whether I went with ET or mile an hour to run the calculator. And I ended up hitting a best of 201, 211 at the wheels. And mine was a little bit off from the drag race calculator. I did see one dynograph of one of my cars that was bone stock, and it was right around 180 at the tire. And Ford's own information on that power pack that I put in said 17 to 18
Yeah.
wheel. So if I'm actually making 200 wheel, and that's the actual number, I really can't
Well,
complain
and
about
what you were saying, it's one of those where I've seen so many people with the same setup as me, not the same like the brain set, but the same bolt-ons that I got, that they are running between 285 to like 295 at their tires.
Well,
and
I
that.
figure you should be
And
somewhere in the realm of 3.
But you
Yeah.
also gotta know, I was running the tune that I had on there. I could have, if I would have been able to get one more pull, I was gonna try to, and I had time and wasn't at, a show and all that, I would have tried to upload the newest Cobb tune that I got and just try to see the difference between those to see
Yeah.
if there was any difference. But it's one of those where I think there's either workage that needs to be done in the tune, or it was just that fucking.
I think
I'm not trying to say like I'm happy with the numbers. That
Well,
I
yeah,
had,
of course,
but it'd be
but
great to
like,
get it
I
more.
think your tune needs to be revised or something, or the dyno didn't read. Because the only other thing that can explain why the dyno read that would be clutch slip. But
Well, also too, I mean, if you actually look at his dyno graph,
oh yeah, I didn't actually get to see his graph. So
I'll send it to you. But if you actually look at it, you look at the torque reading, and all of a sudden it just jumps all over the place. And
Oh,
Brett's first pass did the same thing. They ended up cinching the straps down on his car for the second run.
that's wheel spin and
Let
clutch
me see.
spin then.
holy fucking shit! No, that's not okay. And the thing is that with the miles your car has on it, the clutch is fine. Look at that. That is
Oh, that's yeah.
no, that is not accurate at all. Look at that.
No.
Look at right here.
And our
Look
and they
at the-
also,
look
and
at the
also
bump.
well, also too, if you look at the graphs, they measured our at wheel speed in mile an hour rather than engine RPM.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's your RPM? They looked at mile an hour? That's not
yeah,
right.
No, it's not a set. That's not proper.
Hold on. I can't see shit.
And no, that.
Whoa.
That's not
Hey,
even
hold on.
remotely inaccurate.
What-
But yeah,
I don't mean to be bad mouthing
oh,
people.
never mind.
What dyno was this? What shop is this?
Bernie's.
Running
Hold on.
smooth.
Hey. I don't want to badmouth fucking people over.
We're not bad mouthing because it was during a show.
No,
It's not like they had
and the
18
show
out
is
there.
at an undisclosed location across the United States of America. But who the fuck is running CF Smoothing 5? Smoothing 5 is not. Smoothing 5 is for like an NA car. I can tell, like I said, I know a lot about this shit. I can tell you all
I
about
was gonna
this.
say.
No,
because,
you should
I
be
mean,
running. You should be running a custom.
You've now driven my car without fixing the tune and with the tune fixed on it, and you have felt.
No,
the
this
shit
is
that I
completely inaccurate. Smoothing 5 is
Oh.
Smoothing 5 is highly inaccurate, and seeing how it says SAE Smoothing 5, it means they use a generic baseline for Smoothing 5. Smoothing 5 is not at all for boosted cars, and they don't even have an AF reading on here or anything.
They did not. They
No,
did not program by
this is a 100% inaccurate data log for sure. And like I said, I can tell y'all because I've driven his car and mine.
He's driven mine without the tune fixed on it, and then
Yeah.
once I fixed it,
His car makes the same power as mine. He's in the 300 realm. That's no.
Yeah.
No.